号，台湾真的出现了第一位女总统。这位59岁女总统不仅翻转了民进党台湾这个土生土长的政党局势，在创党29年后第2度执政。当然，她成为关键的舵手，还关系了台湾未来政治的新面貌。可以看到，目前准总统蔡英文跟准副总统陈建仁已经站上中外记者会的舞台上，等一下随即要发表谈话。那么站在台上的呢，还有高雄市长陈菊，还有这次竞选总干事苏家全，也是这次组织战的舵手之一，以及林锡耀，还有前驻美代表吴钊燮。我们来看现场的状况。
发表重要谈话。
Members of the international media, good evening. Dr. Tsai Ing-wen is about to begin an important policy announcement.
接下来我们是不是请我们的总统候选人蔡英文主席进行谈话
We would like to invite Chairperson Tsai Ing-wen to begin her talk.
谢谢各位国内外的媒体记者朋友，感谢大家的耐心等候。今天，台湾人用选票写下了历史，完成了总统直选以来第3次的政党轮替，以及第1次的国会政党轮替。我要向所有在今天走进投票所投下神圣一票的台湾人民致上最深的敬意。无论投票给谁，民主精神的展现就是这场选举最大的意义。
Friends from the domestic and international media, thank you for your patience. Today, the Taiwanese people have used their ballots to make history. We have now experienced the 3rd transition of political power. For the first time, there has also been a transition of Taiwan's legislative majority. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all the people that went to the ballot box today and casted their sacred vote. Regardless of how you voted, the exercise of democratic expression was the most important meaning of this election.
在2016年，我们又一次的透过民主选举，向全世界展现作为一个民主国家的骄傲，以及身为台湾人的光荣。我们也再一次告诉了国际社会，民主的价值已经深入台湾人的血液，民主的生活方式更将是2300万人永远的坚持。
In 2016, through our democratic elections, we have yet again showed the world the pride of being a democratic country and how proud we are as Taiwanese. Our message to the international community is that democracy, as a value, is deeply ingrained in the Taiwanese people. Our democratic way of life is forever the resolve of Taiwan's 23 million people.
在这里，我要感谢2位可敬的对手，国民党的朱主席和亲民党的宋主席。我感谢他们展现了民主的风度，让这一次的大选能够顺利圆满。而过去这段时间的相互竞争，以及他们对我的很多的指教，都将会是鞭策我自己不断进步的动力。
I would also like to thank my 2 admirable opponents, Chairman Eric Zhu from the KMT and Chairman James Song from the PFP. I want to thank them for showcasing the spirit of our democracy and letting this election run smoothly. Although we have battled each other during this election campaign, their critique and suggestions will now serve as motivation for me to work harder and be better.
我相信政党之间除了竞争，当然也可以合作。在新国会就职到新政府上任之间的过渡期间，民进党会依循宪政体制和现在的政府保持密切的沟通协调，协助政府维持交接过程中的政局的稳定跟正常的运作。
I believe that further to competition with each other, political parties can work together. In the interim, between a new legislature and a presidential inauguration, the DPP will maintain closer communication and consultations with the current government in accordance with the constitutional framework. We will support the government in maintaining political stability and normalcy in the transition period.
我也会尽快和国内主要的政党共同来共商国事的机制。我们也希望借由这个国事的共商的机制呢，能够经常的就重大的政策交换意见，让台湾摆脱政治恶斗的旧思维，迎接新政治的来临。
We also look forward to working with the main political parties to establish a framework for discussing major policies. We will put political polarization behind us and look forward to the arrival of an era of new politics in Taiwan.
此外，我要感谢投票支持蔡英文、陈建仁、民主进步党和我们立委候选人的所有的选民，让民进党重新站起来，并且再一次把治理国家的责任交给我们。
We would also like to thank all the voters that voted for Tsai Ing-wen, Chen Chien-jen, the DPP, and our legislative candidates. Thank you for helping the DPP stand up again, and thank you for entrusting us to govern this country.
对我来说，这不只是一场选举的胜利，这个结果是在告诉我，人民期待一个更愿意倾听民意的政府，一个决策更透明的政府，一个有能力解决困难、照顾弱势的政府，一个可以把国家带到新的时代的政府，还有一个会坚定捍卫国家主权的政府。
For me, this is not just about an election victory. The results today tell me that the people want to see a government more willing to listen to the people, a government that is more transparent and accountable, and a government that is more capable of leading us past our current challenges and taking care of those in need. They tell me that the people expect a government that can lead this country into the next generation, and a government that is steadfast in protecting this country's sovereignty.
我说过，从今天起就是改革的第一里路，这些托付将会是我推动改革的最大的后盾。我承诺2月1号就职的新国会，以及5月20号上任的新政府，都会把实现这些期待当作最重要的使命。
Today represents the first kilometer in our road to reform. The responsibility that has been entrusted to us is the strongest measure of support for my future reforms. I promise. The new legislature that will take office on February 1st and the new government that will take office on May 20th will turn these expectations into reality as a matter of the highest priority.
我们必须要诚实面对，改革不可能一步到位，台湾眼前的挑战也不会立即消失。但是在未来的4年的任期，我一定会尽全力兑现我的承诺，为台湾晋升先进国家展开各项必要的软硬体建设，修复过去的政策的错误，重建人民对政府的信赖，为下个阶段的台湾发展奠定最坚实的基础。
We have to be also candid in saying that reform will not take place in one day, and the challenges that Taiwan faces will not immediately disappear. But in the 4 years ahead, I will do everything I can to realize my promises, to turn Taiwan into a more advanced country, to engage in the necessary development of our infrastructure, and to fix the policy failures of the past. I will rebuild the people's trust in government and create a stable foundation for Taiwan's future development.
借由这个机会，我也要代表台湾人民感谢国际友人对于台湾民主选举的关注跟支持。作为国际社会的一份子，台湾愿意积极参与国际合作，台湾也愿意跟全世界的盟友共享利益、共担责任，并且为区域的和平稳定做出最大的贡献。
On behalf of the Taiwanese people, I would also like to use this opportunity to thank our international friends, including the United States, Japan, and other countries for their support towards Taiwan's democratic election. As part of international society, Taiwan is willing to participate in international cooperation efforts, sharing the same benefits and shouldering the same responsibilities as our partners from around the world. We will also greatly contribute towards peace and stability in the region.
在这场选战中，我曾经多次承诺，将会建立具有一致性、可预测性、可持续的两岸关系。作为中华民国第14任总统的当选人，我要在此重申，今年5月20日新政府执政之后，将以中华民国现行的宪政体制、两岸协商交流互动的成果，以及民主原则跟普遍的民意，作为推动两岸关系的基础。我也会秉持超越党派的立场，遵循台湾最新的民意跟最大的共识，致力确保海峡两岸关系维持和平稳定的现状，以创造台湾人民最大的利益跟福祉。
During this election, I had promised on many occasions that I will build a consistent, predictable, and sustainable cross-strait relationship. As the 14th president-elect of the Republic of China, I reaffirm that after my new administration takes office on May 20th, the Republic of China constitutional order, the results of cross-strait negotiations, interactions, and exchanges, and democratic principles and the will of the Taiwanese people will become the foundation for future cross-strait relations. My position will move past partisan politics. Following the will and consensus of the Taiwanese people, we will work towards maintaining the status quo for peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait in order to bring the greatest benefits and well-being to the Taiwanese people.
我也要强调，两岸都有责任尽最大努力，寻求一个对等、尊严、彼此都能够接受的互动之道，确保没有挑衅，也没有意外。今天选举的结果是台湾民意的展现。中华民国作为一个民主国家，是2300万台湾人民的共同坚持。我们的民主制度、国家认同跟国际空间必须被充分的尊重。任何的打压都会破坏两岸关系的稳定。
I also want to emphasize that both sides of the strait have a responsibility to find mutually acceptable means of interaction that are based on dignity and reciprocity. We must ensure that no provocations or accidents take place. The results of today's election showcases the will of the Taiwanese people. It is the shared resolve of Taiwan's 23 million people that the Republic of China is a democratic country. Our democratic system, national identity, and international space must be respected. Any forms of suppression will harm the stability of cross-strait relations.
最后，我要强调，我知道自己有一个很重大的责任，就是去团结这个国家。这2天有一个新闻撼动了台湾社会，有一位在韩国发展的台湾艺人，一个16岁的女生，因为拿着中华民国的国旗的画面而遭到打压。这件事引起了不分党派台湾人普遍的不满。这件事将会永远提醒我，团结这个国家，壮大这个国家，并且一致对外，是我作为下一任的中华民国总统最重要的责任。
Finally, I want to emphasize that I have an important responsibility, and that is to strengthen the unity of this country. Over the past few days, we have seen news that has shaken Taiwanese society. An entertainer, a young 16-year-old girl working in South Korea, recently attracted opposition after she was filmed holding the Republic of China flag. This incident has angered many Taiwanese people, regardless of their political affiliation. This particular incident will serve as a constant reminder to me about the importance of our country's strength and unity to those outside our borders. This will be one of the most important responsibilities for me as the next president of the Republic of China.
台湾还会有很多挑战，来自外部，也来自内部。选举已经结束，所有选举过程中的摩擦跟争执也应该到此为止。我会和2300万人一起向前走，共同打败这个国家的困境。我们不会因为选举而分裂，而是因为民主而团结。谢谢大家。
Taiwan has many challenges ahead, both from outside and inside the country. This election is now over, and that brings to an end the conflicts and frictions of the election campaign. I will march forward together with the 23 million people of Taiwan. Together, we will overcome the challenges that this country faces. We will not be divided by an election. Instead, we will become even more united because of our democracy. Thank you, everybody.
好，谢谢我们总统当选人蔡英文主席的支持。接下来我们来进行第2阶段媒体朋友的提问。那我想我们因为是这个国际媒体记者会，我们是先开放让国际的媒体先来提问，好不好？
Thank you, President-elect Tsai Ing-wen. We will now begin a second phase of our press conference, and that is to open up the floor for questions. As our friends from the international media come from countries far away, we would like to open up questions first to the international media. Perhaps the lady in the bright red coat. Yes.
Thank you. Congratulations, Dr. Tsai. I think it's fair to say that for everyone who voted for you today, that they are very proud of Taiwan today. And it's very fair to say that for many people who voted for you today, they want to be able to have the freedom to hold and to wave the Taiwan flag anywhere in the world without fear. So as the next president of Taiwan, what do you plan to do to assert Taiwan's identity on the world stage? Thank you.
我想我刚才已经大致有回应过这个问题，不过我愿意再重新讲一遍。台湾最重要的是要让我们可以能够团结，让这个国家能够更强大，无论在经济、在社会、在民主、在政治各方面都可以是一个更强大的国家。如果只有在我们变得更强壮的情况下，我们才会得到更多人对我们的尊敬，也能够来保护我们人民的自由跟民主的生活方式。最重要的，我相信这几天的这个事件，让台湾人民深刻的体验到，挥舞国旗，表达对国家的认同，是一个国民应该有的权利，也是一个国民应该有的认知。这是一个非常正当的事情，也应该得到所有的国人也好，或者是我们国际间的朋友也好，大家的共同的尊重。这是一个作为一个中华民国国民应该有的权利。
I believe I have made myself quite clear on this issue, but I will reaffirm again that the most important thing for Taiwan right now is to unify this country and to strengthen this country's regardless of our economy, of our society, our democracy, or our politics, we need to strengthen our country. Only through strength can we gain more respect and protect our people and our democratic way of life. This incident and what it shows us is that holding a flag, national identity, and proclaiming our national identity is a right of the Taiwanese people, and it should be normal. And this is something that the international audience should respect.
我在这里愿意再一次强调，作为一个国家领导人，最重要的责任是寻求这个国家的最大公约数，不论是在国家认同的问题上，或者是在其他的问题上，也只有这样子，我们才能够团结在一起。只有团结，台湾才会强大。
I want to stress again that the most important priority of a national leader is to find the greatest common denominator in terms of our national identity and other important issues. Only through this can we unify.
好，那下一题我们开放给台湾媒体，好不好？好，我们请 Tvbs 林秉仪小姐。
Tvbs 林秉仪，恭喜台湾第一位女总统。蔡主席在选战一路走来讲了非常多的政策哦，最多提到就是这是民调做过的，台湾年轻人最在意就是低薪的问题，再来就是买不起房子、房价的问题，在产业困境上面有面对这个红色供应链崛起，还有东协的威胁。您认为现阶段台湾最高的行政首长这位阁揆应该具备什么样的条件？您的想象是什么？在过去常常被提到是学者内阁，这是您的对于一个内阁团队的样貌吗？另外，马总统在刚刚传出来，可能在明天17号会提出多数党组阁，您可不可以一并回应这个问题？谢谢。
谢谢。
First of all, I'd like to offer President-elect Tsai our congratulations. Polls have shown that the Taiwanese people care a lot about low salaries, about housing, and about the threat to Taiwan's supply chain, and as well as the threat from ASEAN countries. As in the future, when you pick your premier, what are the conditions that you will have in place? And do you look forward to having another a cabinet made of academics? The second question is, can you respond to President Ma's proposal to create a cabinet made of different parties?
我相信台湾现在所面临的挑战是真的是非常的多，也非常的严峻哈。那所以在将来政府的行政团队的领导人，必须是有几个重要的特质。第一个，他必须有政治领导的能力；第二个，他必须要有经验；第三，他必须有专业的能力。这样子才能够领导一个庞大而有能力的团队，来针对台湾现在每一个挑战，来进行我们所必须要进行的改革。所以将来的一个行政团队，我们要求的是一个专业、有经验、有效率的行政团队，而他的这个行政团队的领导人必须要有政治领导的能力。
To deal with Taiwan's challenges in the future, it is important for the next cabinet to include people that have vast political experience, that are effective and that are professional. This team in the future will need to respond to Taiwan's many different challenges, and it will need to engage in the necessary form that we see in Taiwan, that we hope to see in Taiwan. As a result, this is why having experience, being effective, and professional is so important.
所以刚才讲到多数党阻隔的这个议题啊，在朱主席在这个竞选的过程中有抛出来这个议题，那我们也看到很多的宪法的学者提出了很多不同的意见，那这代表着这样的主张是有很大的宪政的争议啊，而国家的体制的实践不应该建立在一个有争议的一个议题上面，那么这个问题我的立场来看，必须要回到修宪的程序上去处理。
On the second question that you raise, this has been an issue that has been debated by constitutional scholars, and it has attracted controversy. We do not believe that a government framework should be based on a controversial controversial decision, and as a result, we feel that this is a decision that is best left to constitutional reform discussion in the future.
那我们也担心这样的做法，有可能会导致权责不清，政局也会因此更加的混乱。这个我相信不是人民所乐见。
It is also our fear that the politics in Taiwan will become even more divisive as a result of this, and this is something that we do not hope for.
作为总统当选人，我会尊重马总统在最后任期的主权。马总统如果关心这段时间政局的稳定和政府的运作，他应该要任命一个称职的看守内阁，这个内阁应该要谨守分际，尊重国会的新民意，而且和各政党保持密切的沟通与协调，确保交接过程的政局的平稳，这才是我们最希望看到的一个安排。那我们也希望看到这个看守的内阁，他的政策能够符合新的民意。
On this, sorry, just 1 second here. On this important issue, I would like to say that as the future president-elect, I will respect the decisions made by the Ma administration. However, if President Ma hopes for stability and normalcy in the transition period, we do hope that they will consult and work with our transition team. And this is something that we hope for.
好，那接下来我们是换国际媒体来提问，好不好？这样比较公平一点哈。那国际媒体是不是
Okay, we'd like to open up the second question to a member of the international media. Perhaps the gentleman in the front in the black sweater.
Congratulations, Dr. Tsai. David Fife from the Wall Street Journal. In recent years, the United States government has sometimes made it known that they had concerns or disagreements with some of your party's positions. What is your message tonight to the U.S. government? What message do you hope to hear from Washington? And related to that, what specific reforms do you plan to pursue in order to earn a spot in the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal? Will you, for example, push for the import of pork from the United States? Thank you.
在过去的一段时间，我们跟美国政府的沟通的情况非常的良好。那么，如果有任何需要沟通的，我们都会有效立即的沟通的机制。那所以我们也希望能够继续这个有效而且及时的这种沟通的机制。所以我相信，就是说一个关系的维持，尤其是跟美国的关系的维持，最重要的还是一个好的、有效的、及时的沟通。这个事情是我们会持续来做的事情。
We have had very good past communications with the United States, And I think that our communication with the United States has been effective and immediate, and we've had mechanisms in place for doing so. In the future, it is important for us to maintain this and continue this mechanism. And also, we also believe that in keeping our international relationships, especially with a country like the United States, having good and effective communication mechanisms in place is important.
至于加入 TPP， 其实所牵涉到了台湾的现在的所有的经济或贸易的这个相关的法规跟制度，其实是需要全面性的来检查跟改革，所以要做的事情非常的多。那么我们一方面会进行相关的改革，另外一方面我们会持续的来加强我们的产业相关产业的竞争力。那么同时呢，我们也会对于我们人民非常在意的食品安全的问题，有一个有效而且是一个严格执行的一个食品安全的管理的机制。
For the second question about the TPP, this will necessitate overhaul of Taiwan's economic and trade laws and regulations. So there's lots of things that we need to do. So it is important for us to engage in reform, and that it also includes increasing the competitiveness of our industries, and also having a good mechanism in place to oversee food safety issues.
我们预期 TPP 的谈判将会持续相当长的一段时间，而且也会牵涉到很多复杂的议题。但是在这个过程当中，我们会加速国内产业的升级跟改革，跟我们食品管理安全制度的这个建立。
Participating in the TPP will be a long-term process, and there will be many complex issues that we'll need to deal with in the future. But for the time being, we believe that upgrading our industries and creating an effective mechanism for food safety issues is important for us.
最重要的是，任何的对外谈判都必须要跟国内的各部门有良好的沟通，尤其是我们的社会大众要做良好的沟通，让我们对外的谈判能够维持透明、公开。
It is very important for us, for all future trade negotiations, to have good communications with the public on this, and to ensure that it is transparent and accountable.
好，接下来我们要开放我们台湾媒体，好不好？自由时报陈慧萍小姐。
自由时报陈慧萍，恭喜蔡主席，民进党达到了首次的完全执政哦。那我们新的国会马上在2月份就要就职。那您在选举过程中提出5大政治改革，那请教蔡主席，您会优先在新国会推动什么样的法案？那您会不会继续担任党主席，领导国会最大党来带动改革？谢谢。
Congratulations for the DPP for receiving a majority in the legislature and also winning the presidency. The new legislature will assume office on February 1st. You raised your 5 major political reforms during the campaign. Which bills will the new legislature deal with?
也更提到了5大产业创新研发计划，这些计划都需要很多的法规的修正也好，或者是立法的处理哦。所以我们现在会加速的把相关的立法都整理出来，让他们能够在最短的时间里进入立法院来审查。好，那我们另外一方面呢，就是说对于我们所要进行的这些国会改革的事宜哦。那其实谁做党主席都不是最重要，最重要的是我们可以搭建一个平台，让不同政党在国会里有席次的不同政党，大家可以坐下来好好的谈一谈，那这些改革的议题，让这个改革的议题在立法院可以持续的被讨论，而且在最短的时间可以开始。
In this election, we have raised many different policies, including our 5 political reforms, our 5 social stability reforms, also our 5 plans for industrial clusters here in Taiwan. And in the future, this will necessitate many legal and regulatory reforms. and we must accelerate the pace in which we do so that these reforms can enter the legislature in the shortest possible time. On the issue of legislative reform, it does not really matter who is the president, but what matters is that we have a good mechanism for working together and consulting with each other between different political parties on building a framework for dealing with legislative reform.
好，最后我们是不是再开放一个国际媒体，再一个台湾媒体，好不好？那接下来我们是请国际媒体。
We'll have 2 more questions, one from the international media and one from the domestic media. The lady in the gray sweater, yes.
谢谢里面对麦新闻有些人提问在东海、南海问题上，中国强化他们在海洋的发展和主张主权的拥有，和周边各国发生摩擦，这个情况新政府怎么面对？另外，日本安倍政府非常重视台湾海峡的稳定，也注重和台湾的关系。您希望和日本政府进行哪方面的合作？谢谢。
On the East China Sea and the South China Sea issue, we've seen that there has been provocative moves by China, and that we would like to ask what the next administration will do to deal with this issue. And secondly, Prime Minister Abe has emphasized on many times the importance of building good relations with Taiwan. And what specific ideas, proposals do you have in place to develop this relationship?
关于东海的问题我们一再的都说过钓鱼台主权是属于台湾，但是我们跟日本之间的关系，我们也非常的重视。我们不希望因为这个主权上的这个争议去影响到双边关系的发展。所以虽然我们在主权上或许有一些争议的存在，但是我们还是会持续的来强化跟日本之间的关系。这个关系当然包括经济、安全，还有很多文化等各层面的这种持续的合作跟交往。那么另外一方面，在南海的部分呢，也是一样，我们在南海的一些岛屿有这个我们主张有我们的主权但是我们也会依照国际法，尤其是联合国的海洋公约跟来处理相关的主权的主张。那么我们赞成必须要确保航海自由跟飞越的自由，那么也反对任何引起紧张升高的行为。我们也希望就是说南海的问题能够和平的解决。
On the issue of the East China Sea, I have emphasized that the sovereignty of the Diaoyutai Islands belong to Taiwan, and at the same time, we will place a high priority on our relationship with Japan, and we will not allow this controversy to impact the development of bilateral ties, which is to say that despite our sovereignty dispute, we still look forward to strengthening the relationship with Japan based on our economic and security relationship, and we also hope to expand our cooperation and exchanges in the future. On the South China Sea issue, I have affirmed our sovereignty in this area. However, we believe that all parties involved should abide by international law, and particularly sovereignty disputes should be resolved by UNCLOS. We support the freedom of navigation and flight and oppose any provocative moves to heighten tensions in the area. We hope we can peacefully resolve the South China Sea issue.
好，我们最后一个问题，好不好？因为外面的群众也等很久，是不是三立新闻台的陈乃瑜小姐？
首先恭喜台湾的第一位女总统，接下来呢也要跟这个总统请教一下就是说接下来呢520就任之前还有4个月的这个看守期，在这个看守期之间，您刚刚提到说在新政上任期间会密切的和马政府沟通协调，那具体来说，接下来这4个月有哪些规划会维持现在的政局稳定
？After this election, I'd like to first congratulate President-elect Tsai Ing-wen I want to ask that after this election, there is a 4-month caretaker phase in terms of the current administration. Now, you've said that you look forward to working with and consulting with my administration. Prior to the takeover, the transition, do you have any plans to work together with the caretaker government in order to maintain political stability?
我非常理解，就是台湾的人民对这个4个月的交接期呢，是非常关心这个交接期的稳定哦。那我们会在最短的时间，请其他的政党，我们大家一起来会商，来共同维持选后的4个月的稳定。那么民进党也会以最快的速度在立法院制定现任总统交接条例。那么这段时间，看守政府应该要严守分际，尊重国会的新民意。那么我也会立即组成交接小组，建立和现在的执政的政府之间重大政策的协调的机制。
I fully understand the people's concerns towards the 4-month transition in terms of stability. We also have plans in place to engage in consultations with the other parties and to maintain this stability. And the DPP